Morris, your voice of Whaler sports here in the NSC and NCTV. We are braving the elements. I am not braving it as much as our dedicated student camera operator Pavlin, who is out in the rain. Sophia's hanging out with us here in the truck. She's got the best seat in the house, but we're going to play some lacrosse here as the final home game of the regular season for the Whalers. I want to congratulate head coach Kelly Brown and her Whalers. They have already clinched a division title here in the Cape and Islands League. The Whalers come in 13-2 overall after their doubleheader win yesterday. Unbelievable, 2 games played in the same day. As you can see, we are underway. The Lions come in at 6-9 overall. They lost to Nauset on Tuesday. Whalers lose the first possession as Louisa Benny unable to keep it. And we're going to do our best here this afternoon, guys. Obviously, we had to pivot from the field house here, and we are running a skinny setup here as the Lions take over and get it down into their first offensive possession. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV as we get close to our final regular season games. Again, this will be the final girls' home game. They have one more off-island against Falmouth Academy before the postseason begins. Whalers force a turnover. Here's Louisa Benny on the run. Across midfield, pass was jumped. Canty gets to it. Whalers will advance. Nope, left it there. Behind the net, in front. Oh, little sidearm shot. Save made. Whistle stops play. As Avery Crapo, the sophomore, able to make the initial save on the Whalers' first shot attempt. Lions looking to clear. That's Marlowe Jumper, who gives it up to number 19, midfielder Regan Dillon. Lions into the offensive end. First shot scores. And the Lions take a 1-0 lead. I could not catch the number. As the rain begins to lighten up just a little bit, we'll see if the elements decide to come back, but the Whalers are down 1-0 as the Lions score the first goal of the game here, just underway here in the first quarter. Benny in the circle, in the big W here at Nobodier. Whalers get the ball off the infraction. Here's Benny. Double teamed and draws a whistle. Benny will put it in just outside that 12-meter. As the referees get things lined up, here's Benny. Pass in front off the stick of Hanlon. But Damien there to scoop and save the possession. Hanlon behind the net. Schroeder scoops, recovers. Whalers down 1-0 with possession here. Good cut by Canty. Here's Benny cutting through as well. She'll get it. Shot, score! Louisa Benny with a beautiful goal to tie it at 1. Again, this game off-island was a overtime win for the Whalers, 14-13. They came back from 6 goals down in the second half to force overtime and eventually win that game. The Whalers coming in ranked number 9 in Division 4. St. John Paul, again with the record of 6-9, ranked number 24 in Division 3. Go figure that one. So points valuable for both squads here as they fight for those playoff positions. Again, the Lions have to stay in the top 32 with their record. Whalers have clinched a playoff berth. It's just a matter of where. If they can sneak into that top 8, they will guarantee a couple of home games. Here's Benny off the draw. Quickly up ahead, sprints in, and a save made. Good job by Crapo again to deny the Whalers. Good clear. Across midfield and stopped momentarily before the whistle bails the Lions out here. On the move. Pass goes wide of the mark and out of bounds. Oh, nope, saved near the sideline. No, did not save it, so Whalers will take over. Dylan Damian scoops it up and gets it over to Ella Douglas, who will look for a white jersey. Pass up as the Whalers cross midfield. Carly Ray on the run. Pass in front, shot, save made again. Rebound shot goes wide. Whalers are back there to save the possession. Crapo with 3 big saves here already to keep it a 1-1 game. Schroeder behind the net. In front, here's another shot from Benny. That one goes just wide. Good find inside the middle of the Lions' defense as the Whalers again retain possession. Cut through by Canty. Oh, good sprint in. Oh, hits the top of the post, but draws a whistle. She might get an opportunity from the 8s. As the Whalers look to take their first lead of the game. We're tied at 1 here. Hovland, can you see the clock? 6:42 left here in the first quarter. Thank you. Here's a run in. And the Whalers unable to take advantage. And St. John Paul looking to clear. Ball down and a brush. Whistle stops play momentarily. Lions get it across midfield. Tough spot there along the sidelines. Well, Whalers defense going to get tested here once again. We're tied at 1. And the final home game here for the Whalers. Cut through, caught, shot goes well high of the mark. Lions are back there with a couple of players to retain possession. Pass is deflected. Quickly picked up. Johnson, number 25, gives it up. Sidearm pass, ball down. Scooped up by the Whalers. Maya Johnson on the run. Johnson all the way in, gets hit a couple times, finally draws a whistle. She'll get an opportunity to run it in from the 12-meter. Again, we are tied at 1 here with just under 5 minutes to play now here in the first quarter on a rainy, breezy afternoon here from Nantucket, but we are playing lacrosse. Maya Johnson lines it up. Shot just wide. Whalers are there to retain possession. Here's Damian with a shot just wide. Couple of good opportunities there by Nantucket. It'll be Benny to put it in here for Nantucket. Gets it over to Damian, senior captain. roaming to her left. Ray looking. And that'll be a whistle. And Grace Hanlon will put it in here for Nantucket. Passes it over to Damien. Dylan Damien leads the team in scoring, but she has found others here in the last couple of games. Pass in front, shot whizzes wide. Good play there for, I believe that was Finley Hurley. And here's Benny. Trying to find Canty, pass intercepted. Lions back the other way. Good D. Louisa Benny picks it up on the run. Philbrick unable to keep the possession on the clear. And here's Hanlon. Spin, shot. Just wide. Good looking shot there from Grace Hanlon. The Whalers are wearing green ribbons here today to represent celiac awareness. Here's another opportunity for the Whalers, and they shoot and score. Grace Schroeder with the goal. She's usually posted up behind the net. She got an opportunity inside and scores with just over 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter to make it a 2-1 game. Whalers have scored 2 in a row to take that lead. And Louisa Benny, who has taken over the role of the draw control for Nantucket and done a great job. Also a lethal weapon from the left side as they get it set up here in the W. Canty pushes it ahead and scoops off the turf. Canty up ahead. Avoids a couple, pass in front to Schroeder. And called for a circle violation, so St. John Paul called for the infraction, so it'll be Schroeder putting it in. Passes it in front. Scooped up by Crapo. Pass was mishandled there. Good opportunity for the Whalers. Goes by the wayside, and the Lions look to advance. Up to midfield. Pass deflected. That's Akira Umbrello as the Lions score to tie it up at 2. So good clear and a quick shot there. And we are tied at 2 with about 3.5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. So that breaks a streak of a couple of goals scored by Nantucket as St. John Paul answers. Again, no surprise, this was a overtime game off island. Whalers came back from 6 goals down to take the game 14-13. Benny scored 5 goals in that game to pace the Whalers. Canty in midair. Good switch there by St. John Paul. Good face guarding there as Canty looks for some help. Grace Hanlon unable to handle it cleanly, but stays with it. Has possession behind the net. sprints up ahead. All the way through, shot, scores! Grace Hanlon with a great individual effort. Bounced in front of Crapo, and she was unable to handle the bounce as it found the net to give the Whalers a 3-2 lead right back. Good job by the junior, I should say, Grace Hanlon. And that will give the Whalers a 3-2 lead with just over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. I would call it drizzle officially. That would be my non-professional description of the weather. Just about 50 degrees here and drizzling. But it is better than it was about an hour ago, that's for sure. Lions will get it off the infraction. Canty a little too aggressive. Inside shot, scores just like that within seconds. Quick pass and a quick shot gets by Ella Douglas. Whalers are allowing too much right in front of her. And we are tied at 3 here in what could be a score fest. Once again, thanks for joining us here on a soggy afternoon from the Nobody Fields. The Whalers in a dogfight here early on, 3-3. Up in the air, Benny battles, unable to get to it. Scooped up by Caitlin Chun, number 3. Ball down, goes all the way to Canty. Canty to midfield, a couple of defenders there, and it's knocked free, but whistle blows it dead, and quickly into the offensive end. Lisa Benny up to Hanlon, and she'll draw a whistle that will stop the clock. And this will be a run in for Hanlon from the 8-meter. Hanlon, shot, goes wide. Good recovery there by Schroeder. Damien across to Canty. Canty with a low shot, save right before the horn. And we've played 1 quarter here. We're tied at 3. We'll take a quick break here on the NSC and NCTV and bring you second quarter action as the Whalers are battling the Lions here. We're tied at 3 after 1.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to live action here as quarter number 2 gets underway. Whalers tied at 3. Behind goals from Hanlon, Schroeder, and Louisa Benny. Lions have made quick work of their possessions and have scored on 3 of 5 possessions. Whalers get it on the infraction, and quickly Canty will get it up into the offensive end, off the stick, and out of bounds. That'll be a turnover on Nantucket. Let's see if the Lions can get a clear here. As the rain has officially stopped. It's at least not getting more wet. But damage done for sure. As this game obviously scheduled to go off at Vito Capizzo Stadium, unable to be safely done, and here we are as the Lions gain the offensive end. Trying to muscle her way in is number 22, so Sophie Jansen. Good job by the Whalers to deny. Whistle stops play. Back behind the net. Jansen surveys. Pass goes in front, shot, scores. And the Lions take a 4-3 lead. Good cut by number 10. Or maybe number 18, Mia Curley. So Lions with a 4-3 lead now here in the beginning moments of the second quarter. So the Whalers get the ball off an illegal substitution. Louisa Benny will put it in on the whistle. And she sprints it into the offensive end. Here's Canty. Benny. Looking. Behind the net. Pass deflected. Good job by Schroeder. Gets it up to Damien. Damien looking. Finds Benny, and Benny knows exactly what to do. Great pass by Dylan Damien. Finding Louisa Benny for her second tally of the afternoon. And once again, we are tied up at 4. This has gone back and forth. Whalers had a 2-goal lead for a moment. And again, this game, the meeting off island was dominated by the Lions until the Whalers made a valiant second half comeback to rally from 6 goals down to tie it. Went into overtime, and the Whalers won it behind Louisa Benny's 5th goal. Very similar to the play that just happened. Good job by Benny to control the draw. And the Whalers on the attack once again. Here's Canty. Inside. Carly Ray finds, oh, great save. But a whistle will give it to the Whalers here on an 8-meter attempt. Oh. Nope. Lions take over. Damian goes down, but whistle was against her, unfortunately. Ball down as the Lions get it into the offensive end. Good clear by Johnson, who gives it up to Jansen behind the net. And the Lions in the playoffs in Division III. That pass deflected. A race for the ball. And Hanlon gains the possession on a great hustle play from the junior. And runs through 3 defenders. Carly Ray gives it up to Canty, who can't handle the pass just off her stick, but Louisa Benny, Johnny on the spot to scoop it up and give the Whalers a solid possession here on the offensive end. Looking to take the lead once again. We're tied at 4. Hanlon. Illegal screen called on Damian. But the ball off the stick. Finley Herlihy with some good defense. And forcing the turnover. Good job by Finley Herlihy. Hanlon avoids a couple. Runs through. Shot. Save made by Crapo. She's made at least 4 saves here already in the first half. Good defense on the clear. Marlowe jumper weaving through the Whalers defenders as the Lions look to once again take the lead. Tied at 4. We're in the second quarter. That pass goes through. Left-handed shot whizzes wide. Whalers are back there. But the Lions retain possession. Jansen denied. Johnson with good defense. Oh, nearly intercepted by Benny. Lions retain possession here. Calling out a play. Pass in front. Shot goes off the back of the post and out of bounds. Lions back there. Clock continues to run. Approaching 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Pass goes through. Shot, scores. Great catch in traffic there by the Lions. And they take a 5-4 lead. Here in the second quarter. In the final home game for Nantucket here, they will be on the road to face Falmouth Academy for their final regular season game. New rankings come out tomorrow. We'll see if the Whalers can jump into that number 8 spot. It would be key for home playoff games. They have already clinched a league title. Good scoop by the Whalers there. And Grace Hanlon into the offensive, or scoop by the Lions, excuse me. Grace Hanlon defending. Ball down. Johnson battles for it. Apparently too aggressive. It'll be Chun putting it in play from the 12-meter. Whalers down 5-4 here to the Lions. Tough pass. Benny, good defense. Ruby Muse nearly picked it up off the turf. That pass is down and intercepted. Sophia Sullivan looking for some help. She'll get it in the form of Grace Hanlon. Hanlon looking to weave. Hanlon still on the run. Whalers looking to tie it up here at 5, down 5-4, however. Off the stick, but quickly recovered. That was Carly Ray. Benny rips it and scores! That's a hat trick for Louisa Benny here in the first half. And the Whalers tie it up again at 5. Stick-to-itiveness by the Whalers as they hold on defense and were able to get it into the offensive end, and Louisa Benny once again ties it up at 5 with her 3rd goal here in the first half. Benny again with a draw control. Good job by Hanlon and Louisa Benny there. Here's Damien. Surveys, pass in front, off the stick. Whalers have missed connections there a few times. Some good looks. Lions will take over. Couple minutes left here in the first half. We're tied at 5. And the Whalers have already clinched a league title. So congratulations to the ladies on repeating as Cape and Islands League champs. Ball down, Ruby Muse scoops it up. Ruby Stedman, excuse me. I don't know why I said Muse. Maya Johnson doing what she does best and sprints ahead. Pass goes through. Damien gives chase, and we'll get to it. Damien ahead with space. Charges in. Pass. Shot. Finds the net. But apparently not across the line. Tough spot to see. All the way back around the net. Good sprint. Pass goes through. And back behind the net as the Lions get it set up, still tied at 5. Good denial. Again, good physicality by the Whalers without fouling. Douglas able to get the net down. Good save. Whalers now look to clear. Good pass to Hanlon on the run. Whalers have numbers with Grace Hanlon on the run. Hanlon all the way, stops. Gets it back. Double teamed. And Hanlon now left alone, runs in. And what could have been a clear shot on goal was whistled. And a run in now for Grace Hanlon. Shot. Finds the net. Grace Hanlon with her second goal of the game, and the Whalers take the lead once again, 6-5 here in the waning moments of the second quarter. Good job by Grace Hanlon on that possession. Started here at midfield with the catch. Weaved her way through a few defenders and was able to find enough space to get a shot off. But that was whistled dead for an 8-meter. And she took care of business from there. So 2 goals from Grace Hanlon, 3 from Louisa Benny. Grace Schroeder also with a goal here, and the Whalers lead 6-5 as we approach halftime. Waiting for the fog to roll in here. It's going to happen. So hopefully this thing can get in before that happens. Again, a huge swath of rain dumped on us for a couple hours here, forcing the game to be moved here to the Nobodier Fields. Lions control the draw. Jansen behind the net. She tries to muscle in, gives it up. Good double by Maya Johnson. Ball down. And the Whalers will get it. And that'll do it for the first half as the Whalers take a 6-5 lead under a minute to play in the second quarter. And we'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV, dry off a little bit, warm up a little bit, and bring you the second half of action. It's going to be a tightly contested game. You can just tell it has that feeling. Back and forth we go. But the Whalers lead now at the half, 6-5. We'll be back here on the NSC and NCTV.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Dylan Damien, the danger, no sooner did I say the word than the first goal for the Whalers, just like on Wednesday. And straight shot, beast of a shot from the Whalers to go up 2-0. And shot and
back to the Nobodier Fields here next to the airport. We've played 2 quarters, and the Whalers hold a 6-5 lead behind 2 goals from Grace Hanlon, 3 goals from Louisa Benny, and a single tally from Grace Schroeder. But this has been a back-and-forth affair. A quick halftime as the referees and the players try and get this thing in here before it gets too dark. On a rainy, gray lady afternoon here on Nantucket. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. Scooped out by Louisa Benny. And the Whalers are on the attack once again. Pass goes in front. And Crepo able to get to it. So a turnover on the first Whalers possession, but a quick interception by Damien. Shot, scores! Dylan Damien doing captain stuff there on the interception and quickly turns it into a Whalers goal. And once again, the Whalers hold a 2-goal lead at 7-5. They had a 2-goal lead early on in the first quarter. Lions able to recover and tie it up, and it has been back and forth since then. But just 22 seconds into the second half, Dylan Damien makes quick work off a turnover deep in their own zone by the Lions and notches a goal. The rain has stopped at least. It was dumping here earlier, right before game time, as the girls warmed up in the pouring rain. But not too bad, not too windy either. That certainly helps things as the Lions get the draw here. Mishandled pass, quickly scooped and recovered. That's number 18, Regan Dillon. Surveys, cut goes through, shot, and a score. So we're tied up at 6 once again. Lions have run that play a few times to success as defense caught off guard just for a moment, and that's all it takes in lacrosse. So 2 goals have scored here in less than a minute of play in the third quarter. But the Whalers still hold a 7-6 lead. I may have said it was tied. Let's see if Benny can get another draw control. Benny nudges in there, and she will scoop it cleanly and get it in the offensive end, sprinting ahead all the way into the offensive end. Benny, shot, scores! Goal number 4 for Louisa Benny on a great individual effort, taking the scoop off the draw and runs through the defense to find the net. And once again, give the Whalers a 2-goal lead at 8-6. And just a couple minutes of game activity. So Louisa Benny already with 4 goals here in the game. She had 5 in the first meeting. Off island, a 14-13 overtime win for Nantucket. And she's right back in the W here, looking for a draw control. That's going to be a Whalers possession as Canty sprints it ahead. Quickly up. Hurley will get an opportunity from the 12. 8-6 Whalers with the lead. Hurley winds it up. Awaiting the Whistle, and Whalers will retain possession. Herlihy looking for that top post, just a bit off the mark. But here's Schroeder, puts it in for Nantucket. Hanlon, little stutter. Tough pass, caught. Canty, oh, off the post. Good shot, here's Benny, who recovers possession. And much more activity with the ball here on the turf. Here's Dylan Damian, surveys. Pass in front, oh, Schroeder, great save. Schroeder goes down and will draw a whistle. Apparently was, no, she'll get an opportunity here to come in from the 8s. Free run, Grace Schroeder. Shot, whizzes wide. And the Lions are back there, so they will gain possession. Down 2, 8-6. Tough pass. And double team draws a whistle. Pass intercepted along the sideline, and the Whalers have it. Pass goes in the front, through the crease. And unable to save it is Quinn Canty. Turnover on the Whalers. Waning moments of third quarter. So they'll reset it as Leah McManus puts it in play. Meager up as the Lions quickly get into the offensive end. Pass goes through, all the way through, and Grace Hanlon there to scoop it up. Hanlon on the run. Whalers with numbers. Damian, catch, shoot, score! Grace Hanlon with the assist. Dylan Damian with another goal. And the lead swells to 3 at 9-6. Largest lead of the afternoon for Nantucket. Quickly turning off defense into offense is Grace Hanlon, who found Dylan Damian on the run. And Damian knows what to do with it as the Whalers' leading scorer, surpassing the 100 career goal mark earlier in the season. Yet another 100 goal scorer for the Whalers. Still down. Finally scooped by number 10, Harrison Meager. Here comes the Lions, looking to start a rally of their own. Pass goes through. And that'll be a run in from the 12s. Mia Curley will get it here. Reset, shot, whizzes wide. Lions are back there to get the possession. Waning moments of the third quarter, Whalers with a 9-6 lead. Looking for their 14th victory on the season. Maya Johnson with a scoop, turnover Lions. Not going to catch up with number 9 as she sprints ahead of the entire defense. Tries to find Damien, unable to do so. Great effort by Maya Johnson. All for naught there as the Lions head back the other way. Hurley, he gives chase. Whistle stops her advance as the Lions continue on the offensive end. Stedman with good defense. As the Lions back it out here. Waning moments of the third quarter. Whalers up 3. Lions have only mustered 1 goal here in this second half. Circling back. Finally advancing in and drawing a whistle is number 12, Akira Umbrello. She will get an opportunity from the 8s here. See if Ella Douglas can come up big with a save. Keep this a 3-goal lead. Shot. Score. Umbrello able to notch one from the 8s. And it's now 9-7 with Pavlin. What do you got for time over there? You can see that? 4:43. Still almost 5 minutes of play here in the third quarter. Whalers still lead by 2 behind 4 goals from Luisa Benny, 2 goals from Grace Hanlon, 2 from Dylan Damien, and Grace Schroeder got the scoring started as a little bit of rain trickles in here once again. Caught in the air by Hanlon. Up ahead, here comes the Whalers on the attack. Shot, scores! Quick work of that possession as the Whalers notch goal number 10. As the rain becomes a little more heavy here. (10-7), still 4.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Boy. Quick hello to Whalers legend Bailey Lower in the house, along with Coach Jamie Lower. We can still call her Coach. Again, they will be remembered long time as a great Whaler athletic family. Mason Lower also part of that legendary Whalers team as the Lions look to dig their way back into this thing. Johnson hounding. Called for the whistle. Lions will put it in here. Just outside the 12-meter. Approaching 3 minutes to play here in the third. Oh, actually, the Whalers get the ball here. So good job by Maya Johnson on the run. Stedman backs it out. Hurley. Tough pass, tipped and gathered by Carly Ray. Whalers can use some clock here as they are up 10-7. as the rain once again begins to come down at a steady pace. Damian surveys, pass in front, shot, scores! Grace Schroeder with another goal. Her second of the afternoon. You need your, yeah. Yeah. Pavlin Alexiev braving the elements. Hey, dude, can you swing over to get this? No, yeah. Some of the Whalers students are enjoying the rain here in the slop. There you go. That's good stuff. All right, dude. Whalers up 11-7 here, just over 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. A steady rain coming down on us here at the Nobodier field, but we're playing lacrosse. Thanks for joining in here from wherever you are on the tube, on the Nantucket Sports Connection, and of course locally here on channel 1072. Our final coverage of the girls squad before the playoffs begin. Their final home game, 14-2 on the season. Losses to Nauset in a slugfest. Good job by Louisa Benny to win the draw control once again. Quick pass. Hurley, who had a goal earlier in the quarter. Pass is tipped. Looking for Hanlon. And saved by the Whalers. Here's Damian. Inside Benny, left-handed shot, whizzes wide. But she will get an opportunity, I believe, from the 8. Benny with an opportunity here from the 8-meter. Looking to give the Whalers a 5-goal lead. Patience, and it pays off. Louisa Benny with goal number 5 on the day. And the Whalers extend the lead to 5. The rain and fog not putting a damper on the Whalers here as they look to win their 14th game of the season. Again, this was just a 1-goal game off island. Eventually won in overtime by the Whalers after they came back from 6 goals down in the second half to pull off the incredible comeback. And Louisa Benny matching her total from that game with 5 goals already, and the Whalers win another draw. Hurley. Actually, Roland Paul over to Hurley now. And she'll run all the way through behind the net. And back up top again. Whalers can use some clock here as we approach 2 minutes. Shot in front. And another goal. Benny with another goal, her 6th tally of the game. And she has taken over here in the second half, and the Whalers extend the lead out now, lead by 6, 13-7. It has started in the W, and it has been the Benny and Damian show here in the second half. Damian with a couple of tallies and a couple of assists. Grace Schroeder with 2 goals. Hanlon with 2 goals in the first half. Damian now with 2 goals. Finley Hurley, he has notched 1. And Louisa Benny has 6. That's actually 14 by my account. 1 up. And Lions actually gain a draw control here, one of their rare wins in the W here today, especially in the second half. Rain once again getting heavy. Pass off the mark, and the Whalers quickly gobble it up. Hurley, Rowan Paul. Pass over to Canty. Ball down and quickly gobbled up by the Lions. Lions across midfield. Tough pass. That's going to go all the way through and be a turnover, as Maya Johnson will run it down in the corner. Back to the Whalers. Maya Johnson easily evades one, and that will do it for the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Whalers have broken it open. They're up 6, 13-7, correct? We'll be back here in the NSC and NCTV with the final 12 minutes from a wet and soggy Nobodere Field.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to the rain here at the Nobodere Field. Whalers have busted this open in the third quarter. It was a tie game at the half. Whalers now up 6, 13-7. The offense has found their rhythm behind Louisa Benny. She's got 6 goals here, 4 of them in the second half. And the Whalers have clogged things up on the Lions offensively. They just scored 2 times in that third quarter. The Whalers notched 7 goals. Once again, thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV, locally on channel 1072. And anywhere in the world, of course, on the tube. Lions with a good shot there and a score makes it a 13-8 game with 30 seconds off the clock. So 13-8 our score. And the Whalers came back from 6 off island in the second half, but the Whalers' offense has been taking advantage of every possession. I don't know if the Lions have enough in them to mount that kind of comeback. Final home game for the Whalers. They have one more on the regular season schedule against Falmouth Academy. That'll be off island. Whalers won that game going away. And again, Benny with another draw control. Up to Canty. Waiting, surveying, looking. Pass goes across. Low shot. And time. Dangerous play there, so it looks like a penalty. First penalty of the afternoon called on the Whalers. Lions on the run. Down 5. Good catch. Jansen powering. Gives it back. Shot wide of the net. Whalers are back there. Good job by Ella Douglas. Try and win the possession. Play continues again. Whalers down a player. On the penalty. Skip pass. Shot and a score. Caitlin Chun able to bring it back to a 4-goal game here. 13-9, taking advantage of the penalty. Again, that penalty will remain in effect. Paul, does that say like 10-18 or something? 10? Yeah. 10-18 to go here in the 4th. 13-8. Whalers with the lead. And Louisa will put it in. She has done a phenomenal job here today in the circle, winning Whalers possessions. Canty back over to Damien. Schroeder. Benny, and another goal scored by number 31. Great pass from Grace Schroeder as she returns the favor. Louisa Benny having one of those kind of afternoons. They just keep feeding her, and she just keeps scoring. 7 goals on the game. I believe that is a season high for Louisa Benny. As the rain lightens up once again. Still, I would officially call this a drizzle. Well, one step up from that. Light rain. You okay with that, Pavlin? Yeah. Light rain. We'll call it light rain.
I went through worse.
We definitely already had worse. We'll be back, hopefully, over at Vito Capizzo Stadium on Saturday at 1 o'clock for the Division I Shrewsbury boys lacrosse team paying the Whalers a visit. Another draw control by Louisa Benny. She's on the run. Benny, pass to Damien. Damien, through, shot. Just wide of the net. Whalers are back there. Pass goes in. Quick shot. And the Whalers score again. Looked like it was the side of the net from over here, but another goal. I believe they're giving that to Benny again. That would be her 8th tally of the game. Lead swells to 15.
I think so.
(15-8), back up to a 7-goal lead just like that. After the Lions have tried to claw their way back in this thing, they had the ball down 5, but a couple of quick tallies by the Whalers bumped that lead back up to 7. Pass, shot, score. Quick goal scored by the Lions to make it 15-9.
The scoreboard says 0, I think, for the best.
10 then, but
I can't see it.
15 to 10.
Yeah, but I also have 15 in the scoreboard. The scoreboard's not working, right?
I don't. Yeah,
Not working over there. Am I right?
I have we have 15 to what? 9 or 10?
10.
15 to 10.
Come on, Risa! Thank you.
In the air, Grace Hanlon controls the draw. Another great job by Louisa Benny in the W. As the Whalers get another possession here and play with the lead. Benny runs through one. Backs it out. Pass Hanlon. Oh, good save by Crapo. Lions looking to transition here. Jumper gives it up. And that one goes through and out of bounds. Lions turn it over. As Grace Hanlon will put it in play. Hanlon. Erlehy. Sprints around the defense. Good job by the Lions actually to jar it loose and not get whistled for a foul there. Pass goes in front, low shot. Oh, finds it way past Douglas for goal number 11. And timeout call by the Whalers with 7 minutes to go. Is that what that says, Pavlin? 7:30. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV and come back with more fourth quarter action. The Lions have drawn back to within 4. We'll see if the Whalers can hang on here for victory number 14.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Want to welcome you back to the Nobody Air Fields here as the Whalers have given up 3 goals in a row and now see their 7-goal lead down to 4 at 15-11. We've got 7.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. On a soggy afternoon here from the Nobody Air Fields. And the Lions able to gain another draw control. Shot finds the net past Douglas, and we have got ourselves a ball game here at 15-12 with tons of time left. That was Sophie Philbrick. Still 7 minutes, a little over 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 15-12 now. The Lions trying to do the same thing the Whalers did to the Lions off Island and mount a massive comeback here in the second half. As the Whaler lead was 7 just moments ago. Here's Grace Hanlon with the Whalers on the offensive end. They could actually use a goal here. Hanlon over to Owen Paul. And the Whalers will swing it around here. Behind the net, Schroeder. Benny denied. Paul backs it out. Good patience shown by the Whalers. Here's Canty. Canty, high shot. She finds the net. Quinn Canty with a perfectly placed shot for goal number 16. Beautiful shot from the sophomore. Perfectly placed in that top corner. So 16-11. Oh, then you got 5.5 over there. What do you got? 6-13 still. Yeah.
I mean, it's running down on top.
Clock stops with 6:13 to play here in the fourth. Whalers hold a 16-11 lead. High scoring affair. It was tied at 6 at half. Whalers have been up by as many as 7 here in the second half. Oh, nifty play by Louisa Benny on the draw control. She's off and running. Louisa Benny has asserted herself as a bona fide goal scorer. 8 goals in the game from Benny. And the Whalers content with a little bit of ball movement here, showing some patience on offense, playing with a lead. Oh, good catch. Schroeder, oh, nifty play with a great catch from Hanlon. Grace Schroeder notches her 3rd goal of the game. You can hear the plane, but you can't see it. Low cloud line here. 17-11 now, back up to a 6-goal advantage for the Whalers. Still over 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Clock stops with the goal scored. (16 to 11), 17 to 11, 17-11. Canty catches it on the run. She's got a goal here in the fourth. And she runs all the way through the defense. Shot, oh, just bounces over. Good effort by Canty. Again, like basketball, got to stop the ball, and nobody stopped her. She sprinted in. She gets it here again in front of a couple of defenders, scores, but they'll deny it with a 8-meter run. Quinn with that tall stick there, able to catch, brought it down, and fired it into the net, but she'll get an opportunity here from an 8-meter to bring the Whalers lead back to 7. Runs in, shot, save made. Ball loose. And the Lions will get possession here. Whalers got to recover. Chun. All the way in. Chun just wide of the net as Douglas went flying and the Whalers will get it here as clock continues to run, approaching 4 minutes to play. And Johnson will put it in. Maya Johnson, senior captain. All the way to midfield. Turns on the afterburners and into the offensive end. You're just not going to catch number 9. You're just not going to catch it from behind. Pass in front. Shot, scores! Maya Johnson with the assist. Schroeder from behind the net notches her 4th of the game. As the Whalers' offensive explosion continues here in this second half, they've scored 12 times here already in the second half. And once again, have a solid 7-goal lead. (18-11). Benny in the circle once again. She's just racking up draw control numbers here as 29 goals scored between the two teams. And the Whalers have certainly controlled the circle here. Another win for the Whalers. Rowan Paul surveys and gets it over to Damien. Damien looks for Canty inside that 8-meter, and she'll draw a whistle. So Quinn Canty with another opportunity. She'll run it from the 8. Pass, Benny, shot, scores! Goal number 19 for the Whalers. As Quinn Canty picks up the assist off the 8-meter. And the lead swells to 8 goals, largest of the afternoon. Still over 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter, right?
3:07.
And scooped up by Benny once again. She has been absolutely dominant here this afternoon on the offensive end. Here's Hanlon. She runs in, has space, and draws a whistle. 8-meter run now for Grace Hanlon. As the offensive onslaught continues here for Nantucket, they just keep the pressure on. Hanlon. Off the post. Damien is there to recover. Again, Whalers could use some clock here. Oh, ball knocked down. Good job. There's a run in, shot. Wide of the net. Whistle blows. It'll be Herlihy with an opportunity from the 8s. as we are under 2 minutes to play. Whalers closing in on win number 14. That one's knocked out, and we'll do it again from the 8s. Hurley will reset. Again, we'll be back at it on Saturday, hopefully from Vito Capizzo Stadium, as the Whalers will host Shrewsbury. Boys in their second to last game. They came up with another win against Nauset as Hurley gets it blocked, and the Lions come away with it. Good hustle by Hurley to annoy. Lions are going to run out of time here as the Whalers, despite a score there to make it 19-12, right? Wait. Under a minute to play. As Nantucket will win their final home game of the season, move to 14-2. As Louisa Benny has scored 9 goals here. And paced all scorers. They'll redo it. So good job by the Whalers here in the second half, as they've scored 13 times after the game was tied at 6 heading into the break. They've busted it open in the third quarter, outscoring the Lions 7-2. And have added to that total here in the fourth quarter. Another draw control, good pass. Good move by Rowan Paul on the run. Pass off the mark to Schroeder, turnover. As the final seconds will count down here. As the Lions look to add one more here. Pass goes down. Ruby Stedman, good play to get it over to Maya Johnson, always wise. Benny advances as the final seconds will tally off here. Whalers move to 14-2 with an impressive victory, sweeping the season series for the Lions. They go undefeated in league play. They are league champs once again. And congratulations to Coach Brown and the Whalers as they hold home court here on a soggy afternoon from the Nobody Fields. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. Got to give a huge round of applause to Pavlin Alexia, braving the elements here this afternoon to bring you the game. Great stuff as the rain held off just long enough and our equipment didn't fail. Sophia Reese, great job for organizing and getting us out here. We were on the fence for sure whether we were going to do this, but glad we did, and glad we were able to send the Whalers off with another win here, moving their record to 14-2, just one regular season game left, and then we've got May Madness in full effect as both the boys and the girls will be in the playoffs here for lacrosse. Cannot wait for the remainder of the season here to finish up and get to the next season. Again, we're back at it on Saturday from Vito Capizzo Stadium as the Whalers will host Shrewsbury, the boys, in a first ever meeting. Shrewsbury comes in as one of the top rated teams in Division I. So the Whalers will have their hands full here as, again, Coach Aloisi and the Whaler boys back in the mix. Number 2, cemented in number 2. And they will probably get some more points here, but they are in number 2 slot for sure and could be certainly, barring an upset, have at least 3 home games coming up here. The girls hoping to sneak into that number 8 spot. If they do, they can guarantee themselves at least 2 home playoff games. So thanks for joining us here in the NSC and NCTV. For Pavlin Alexiev and Sophia Reese, I am Chris Morris, bidding you adieu, Whalers Nation. Whalers win. Finishing off the regular season home schedule. They have got one more on the docket, but they are very impressive here, moving to 14-2 on the season. Have a great night. Stay dry.